And there's also, we've also been through several narratives such as geographical diversification, right? Where a lot of Indian investors first wanted to invest in the US, but then the US economy in itself, it's debt-ridden, it's going through recessionary fears, and we have a president who can change things at any second. And then, there was also this movement around China and investing in China. But what do you think about that broadly? Because I've always heard you be a big India bull. So what do you think about geographical diversity?
So again, this whole concept of HNIs, ultra HNIs, family offices, you need to be different. So when you are socializing over a glass of wine, कितना अच्छा लगता है ना, मैंने चाइना में इन्वेस्ट किया, मैंने यूएस में इन्वेस्ट किया, you feel good.
Dinner party conversation.
But how much have you invested? So, no family office of size would even have 1% of their net worth invested outside of India.
That's true.
Now, that is irrelevant. Even if those calls go right, is it going to make too much of a difference to your portfolio? So, there are 3-4 aspects to it. One is we don't understand any country other than India, including US, including China, including Korea, and so on and so forth. Everyone invested in Korea 2-3 years back. They lost money. This year, no one talks about Korea. It's been the best performing market. Same thing happened in NASDAQ. Everyone jumped in 2022 and then it fell by 30-40%. Even now, when the tariff was announced, it fell by 20-30%. Okay, it's come back. But we don't understand. We're just investing because it's fashion to invest in NASDAQ, or it's a fashion to invest in China, or whatever. So I think one is, unless you have a clear view, you should avoid. If you have a clear view, please go ahead. Second is, if you are investing, it should be relevant to your portfolio. If it's 0.5% of your portfolio, 0.1% of your portfolio, even if it gives you 10-15% more return than India, what is going to happen? Third is, India is the fastest growing economy in the world. If it is growing at 7%, I think the world is coming here and we are trying to go overseas. So, yes, it makes sense to diversify, but then diversification has to be relevant. Otherwise, it's no diversification. So, I think at this point of time, because no one is going to invest 10-20% of their net worth outside India, at least I have not met anyone who will invest 10, and you can't because of laws. I think we just advise to keep it simple.
So when you think about diversification, because, for example, people like Ray Dalio talk about investing in uncorrelated assets, or so how do you think about diversification broadly?
But you have here, you can have fixed income. If you are a gold lover, you invest in gold. Real estate guys will invest in real estate. There is more than enough diversification. I would say investing overseas would become interesting at some point of time. But I think the only thing we are saying is it has to be relevant from your overall asset allocation.
Yeah.
So I think the day the laws allow us to have 5-10% of your net worth to be invested overseas, then it would make sense to make a serious attempt. Otherwise, say US, if we start analyzing US, we manage 40,000 crores. We will not be able to even invest 500 crores in the US because the laws don't allow us to invest that much. So I think then it's not worth it.
Yeah. The size of the opportunity also matters.
And even for the family
Yeah.
or the investor itself.
Yeah, absolutely.